welcome to week 2 of our Bougie to Budget series on how to travel better. So this week we will be talking about apps and the best apps for you to use while traveling. So let's start with my favorite app, which is Google Maps, which you probably already use this in your day-to-day life, but you can take this with you whenever you travel. It works well in other countries. Google is adding more and more features each week to this app, so I'm probably going to tell you what you already know, but maybe there'll be something in there that you don't know about. So when you click on the Google Maps, it pulls up the map of where you are, and what I really like are these buttons at the bottom for restaurants, bars, attractions. So when you click on that, it shows you what's around you, which is super cool. And it's one of my favorite things, especially when you're walking around a city and you're not sure of where to go eat, which is usually my issue. I'm always hungry and I want something to eat, something good to eat. And so you can read reviews and see what's around you. What I really like about Google Maps is the actual mapping function. Getting around a place is super hard, especially if you have never been there before, if you're a solo traveler. But within Google Maps, if you look at it, there are 4 figures. There's a car, there's a little bus, there's a little walking man, and then there's a guy hitching a ride. So these tell you how far away you are from your destination. So in this example, I am using the Colosseum, or you're at the Colosseum in Rome, going to the Trevi Fountain. And here it breaks down how long it will take you to get there per section. So here it shows you how, if you're to drive it, the directions you're gonna go. And then by bus, what bus you're gonna take with the bus numbers. And then if you're walking, it gives you the walking directions of the best routes. And then lastly, the little man hitching a ride is for rideshare. And then it also gives you the My Taxi, which they do use a lot in Italy, and Uber, the prices and how long it will take you to get there. The next app that I absolutely love is Google Translate. And I know it's another Google product, but again, it's free and it has saved my butt more than once while traveling. You just type what you want to say in your language and it translates it to the other language. Another cool feature of this app is the translation function when reading something. So this is an image of an English magazine that I have here where I'm staying, and I have nothing, so it's going to translate from English to Spanish. So all you do is you click the camera, you hover over the text, and it's crazy. It translates the text to the language that you want, which I think is really futuristic, but really awesome, especially useful when you're at a restaurant and you need to know what's on the menu. Okay, so where will you be staying? The 3 apps that I have on my phone at all times is Hostel World, Airbnb, and Booking.com. And I use these 3 different apps in different places that I'm traveling. So I use Booking.com in Asia because hotels are super cheap. So I'd rather stay in a hotel than a hostel when I'm in Asia. So I use Booking.com. When I was in Ireland, I used Airbnb a lot because the prices weren't too expensive. And I ended up in Galway and without a place to stay because my plane was delayed, and I just got on Airbnb, did request now or book now, whatever it is, and within 5 minutes I had an awesome Airbnb right on Key Street in downtown Galway. And with Hostel World, I like to have, in Europe, because hotels are super expensive, Airbnbs are pretty expensive, and hostels aren't. And if I am just going to someplace for a night, I like to not pay a lot of money. So yeah, for your accommodations, those are the 3 that I think that you should have on your phone. I love the Netflix app and the podcast app. So with Netflix, they have a really great feature where on some shows and some movies, you can go ahead and download it to your phone. and you don't need Wi-Fi and you don't need to use your data. It's just there, and when you're finished with it, you just delete it. Those are really great for those, quick plane rides or even train rides where they don't have in-flight entertainment. All right, my second favorite app are podcasts. So I have this certain podcast that I just love. So before I leave on a trip, I just make sure that I have it updated. Usually my phone does it for me, but sometimes I just go in and make sure that I have something to listen to on some train rides. Let's talk about how you are going to get around. If you can't find public transportation, if it's too far to walk, Uber app is always on my phone. I've used it all over the world. It's really expensive in Rome because they only have Uber Black. It's super cheap in Thailand. I think my longest ride was about an hour and it was 50 cents. So Uber stays on my phone just in case I get lost and need a quick way to get someplace. So yeah, Uber is the way to go, or Lyft. Either one you prefer. Thanks guys for tuning in this week. I really appreciate it. Next week is week 3, and we'll be talking about other fun things about travel, especially bougie to budget. We might go bougie. I'm not sure yet. So thanks again for tuning in. Here's my website if you want to check it out. That can take you to an email address. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me or leave a comment. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. All right, guys, thanks so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.